Journal of the Working Class Struggle, People's Voice of Canada, and the people who are out here dealing with this on the 17th of November, 1967 for the Philadelphia School Board demonstration. Ma'am, what is your name?
Karen Asper Jordan.
And you were involved in the Girard College demonstrations and also in the 17th of November demonstrations, we understand.
That is correct.
Tell me, where were you at initially when you started with the demonstration for the 17th of November?
I guess I was an adult at that time. I was about 21. And the kids wanted Black history in the schools. And I remember going out to support them. Most of our demonstration days were kind of behind us for the most part after that intense struggle we had at Girard College. And I was going out to support the children. And while we were there, I don't know how we got to, I think we went to Ben Franklin High School before I went down to the Board of Education, the 21st and the Parkway.
What was happening at Ben Franklin?
Well, the kids wanted to rename the school Malcolm X High School. So as part of, I guess, some demonstrators, they wanted to go to that school to protest. While we were there, I know there was a white newspaper reporter or someone who was trying to tape what was going on, and the kids really became incensed about it. They were just getting ready to beat him up, and I just said, well, he's really not worth it. You know, he's just a newspaper person, and that, you know, there was no need to do that. And the kids left me, and they just said, yeah, you're right, you're right. So they went down to the Board of Education. Because I was arrested at the Board of Education, I was standing by one of my girlfriends named Linda, and she had a pointer in her hand, and she said, yes, if these cops come to mess with me, I'm going to hit them with the pointer. So as she's showing us the pointer, this cop comes up, grabs her to arrest her, and I turn around and say, what are you trying to arrest her for? Nobody's doing anything. They grabbed me by my collar and they dragged me down the street to the police wagon. In the meantime, while they're doing that, Dick Trailer, I think his name is MGZ now, he's sort of dragging me. He jumped off the steps in the Board of Education, or the school district, and he laid across my body. And they proceeded to beat him mercifully. And at that same time, while they were dragging me, they had what they call a scruff of your neck. That's how they were dragging me. I looked over, and one of the gentlemen from the CD squad, Civil Disobedience Squad, looked at me, and I looked at him, because we had known each other. And he just did this, shrugged his shoulders. And what he was telling me was there was nothing he could do. I wasn't his collar. Because, and I'll go back to Girard College about that to tell you something about that. But before I was arrested, there was a lot of commotion. And Frank Rizzo was there. I remember, I think it was Councilman Earl Van. And they were to the left of the Board of Education. We always called it the Board of Education.
Mr. Coleman, Councilman Coleman?
No, Earl Van.
Earl Van.
Earl Van. And they started to beat the young children there, the teenagers. And you could see them running. Some of those kids were trying to pick up the cement out of the pavement to use as a weapon. And they were really fighting those police back. And Earl Van said, Rizzo said, get them, get them. And Earl Van said, they're only children. Rizzo said, get their asses. I was right there, I heard him say it. And it was all mayhem. Mayhem broke out at that time. And it was just an indiscriminate beating of school children. And it's something they were always subject to do. It didn't matter who you were. They didn't care if you were a child. They didn't care if you were a girl. They did not care when it came to police brutality. Something that we still see today.
What happened to your friend Linda?
Linda, she was arrested too. But you know, it's funny now that I think about it. When we went to jail, a lot of the teenagers were 16, 15, 14 years old, the ones that had been arrested. So I knew from previous arrests that if you didn't tell them your name, they would automatically consider you a Jane Doe and you'd be considered an adult. So this one young girl said, "Oh, my mother would kill me if I got arrested." I said, "Well, just tell them you're Jane Doe, you know, and they'll say you're 19." And you know what they did? They let all the teenagers go, and she had to stay. I still feel bad. I feel bad about that young girl to today. But it was something back at that time. But even though I was an adult at the time, I was 21. I still thought about those children and what they wanted to do, and you still don't have Black history in schools. And then with the charter schools now, who's teaching it?
Yeah, charter
You know,
schools. That's
really
the problem.
don't have it. And that was basically the extent of it. I don't even remember going to court. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if they threw it out. I'm not certain of that. But that was my last arrest. I never got arrested. Let's see what else was significant about that day.
Were there any people who were out there who, say, any ministers or anyone?
There were a lot of people out there. A lot of Black people from the education. See, I can't tell you everybody was there because I can't remember everybody was there. But if you look back at the pictures, you can see who's who on those pictures that were put in the newspaper or the ones at the police department.
I'm going to cut right here. Switches will work. No, is this the actual report?